population of seniors in Southern California, particularly LA County, is exploding. And seniors are living longer, so there's more seniors that need housing.
You've got people aging and they cannot afford the rent where they live.
Most of the seniors in LA County are at risk of becoming homeless. They're cutting costs, they're scraping by. This is a crisis.
I've been living in a wonderful place for 13 years and I lost it. I thought of it as home. That was pretty heartbreaking. I found another place, but the rent was really not that great. I didn't have any money for food. I managed to pay the rent and the utilities, and that was it. So the whole thing was getting pretty dire. I thought, am I gonna die here?
I was living in a studio apartment, much smaller than this. I felt so confined, and the building was big. There was I didn't have no connection with anything. There was a couple of times where I just got really depressed, very depressed. And I didn't know if I was gonna make it or whether I wanted to make it.
My living situation before I moved in here was the streets. I had 2 cushions and a few blankets. It was a pretty, I would say, struggling life. But the most important thing is something to sleep on. The quiet at night and everything like that, you just wish you really had a bed.
I lived in a neighborhood that was all drug infested, and there was noise all day long. I couldn't get any sleep. There was shooting guns underneath the building. I'd go in the kitchen or the bathroom to, go get a plate of food in the kitchen. They'd shoot a gun, and I'd drop the plate, and the food would go all over. About a year ago, people were starting to cook meth in the building, and when you enter the building, the lobby, you could smell the drugs, different various kinds. And I prayed and prayed for the last 6 years, and I said, God, did you forget me? What's going on? Did I do something wrong? What am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do. I need to get out of here. It's killing me.
The situation where I was living before, it was terrible. The yard was dirty. They had dogs that leave feces on the ground, and you can't keep your food safe because the roaches, they're all over the place. The rent is so high. It's very hard.
To live in a city on a fixed income, try to pay your prescription drugs, you cannot find an apartment if your income is $800 without some form of assistance, either Section 8 assistance, family assistance, or the buildings we built.
People come to our buildings from a variety of situations, sometimes homeless, sometimes overcrowding. They're living with relatives. Some of them are just very rent burdened, so they're unable to afford other necessities of daily life.
And so we're able to provide them with quality housing where the average tenant pays somewhere around $250, $260 a month for rent. And in addition to that, we can provide them with associated services that just increase the quality of lives for these people who are part of the greatest generation.
Menorah Housing Foundation was established in 1971. In 1981, it built its first building, and we've grown at a modest pace, doing 1 building a year or every other year. Now we have 16 buildings with 1,100 units, and they are geographically distributed all the way from Northridge to Long Beach, Santa Monica to Echo Park.
One of the interesting things that Menorah has done is it's worked very hard on devising programs that bring the formerly homeless into Menorah housing developments.
They're not the homeless that you think of on Skid Row, though some of them might be. They're more people sleeping in their car, showering at a senior center.
Since we've had this success with Menorah Housing, we've approached a lot of other housing providers who have affordable units throughout LA County. And we've had some successes, but nothing like we've had with Menorah Housing.
For the past 2 years, it's worked, and it's rewarding. It's people who really need help, and they've been, for the most part, great tenants.
It completely changed my life. I mean, you have to know what my life was like to what I mean by completely changed, and it did change my life. I'm very happy with it.
Menorah Housing Foundation is much more than just a housing developer. We really are trying to create a community for senior residents.
We use Menorah Foundation funds to pay for activities, to pay for programs, to pay for social workers.
We help people get access to senior centers, and really we try to make it a fun place to be.
And what you realize when you go to different buildings, where the people live, they love where they live.
I love the fact that I have a one bedroom to start with. I love the fact that I have a balcony. I have a beautiful view.
Every morning that I open my eyes and I wake up in this place, it is so gorgeous. And I think, it's mine. They're really gonna let me live here. I can stay here. This is mine. It's beautiful and clean.
When you go to the front of the building and you see the landscaping with all the flowers and you see the plants, the walkways, and there's benches to sit on out there.
My friend come to visit me and they said, oh, like a four-star house, four-star hotel. That's because it's built, it's a new one, and clean and quiet.
We try to build the best housing on the block. It's safe, it's affordable, and that's a huge upgrade for them.
It makes the whole rhythm of your days different. You know, and you don't feel like you're just killing time anymore. You're really every day you're living.
And since I've been here, I've been very pleased. I'm very happy about being here. This is just a blessing. God knows, this is a blessing.
You take this population of people who have contributed so much to our country, to our society, and we leave them in their so-called golden years in positions without any gold, and it's incumbent upon the rest of us to try to care for them during that time period. And nonprofits like Menorah just do an incredible job in trying to honor the contributions these people have already made.
To be able to provide housing for seniors in their later years, it's just it's a great opportunity, and it's an opportunity that we seek out.